Hi, Nick Collier here, and this is my shop. Come join me. We'll have some fun.
Well, Nick Collier here again, and here we are back in the shop, ready to tackle another project. This one is a little bit of an odd one, but I think we're going to be able to pull it off. It's not that interesting, but how we get there is interesting, at least for me. What my customer wants, what did I do with the paper? Okay, what my customer wants is 4 holes drilled at these particular coordinates, and looks pretty simple, right? No big deal. Let's drill some holes. Well, the problem is that we're drilling it in 4 thousandths thick material, and he wants 10 of them. So I think what we're going to do is stack them up and sandwich them between a couple of pieces of steel, or maybe even aluminum. I'm not sure. Aluminum might work really good. And then drill the holes, and then well, actually, we're going to mill off the one surface first, stack these in between, square them up with the surface, drill the holes, and then mill off that backside. The radius around here is not as important to him. So that's the job. Let's get on with it. Oh, plus we've got another kind of a surprise thing happening too. At the end here, we'll take it to another project that you'll be excited to hear that we've now finished. Okay, we'll be back. All right, we're going to start with a what is it? About a 3/4 inch thick. Yep. 4-inch wide piece of plate, and we're going to cut 2 segments out of that. Well, I guess we gotta reset our motor, because the last time I used this, the thermal kicked out. Okay, now we're going to take our very, very thin sheet, and we've marked our 3 1/4 inches. We're going to take that piece of sheet and slide it in there, and let's see. Oh yeah, we want to take 1 inch. So I'm just going to use my piece of aluminum as a guide. There it is. Drop my shear down. Bring it in. We're going to cut 3 inches. And there we go. And I think we have 12 of them now. All right, okay, next thing we want to do is we need to square up 2 of these surfaces with each other. So we're going to drop a piece in here on a parallel. Oops, and we're going to speed everything up a bit. That's better. That's good for that. Let's flip it over. I want to go knock off that edge first. Okay, we put our two facing pieces together and open this thing up a bit. Yeah, nice. Put a little drip of oil on that so it'll stick to the wall. And there we go. We're stuck. Drop that in, drop this in. Get them reasonably squared up. And take it another 20 or 30. Let's go 30. All right, so now we have two parallel bars. No, it doesn't feel parallel to me. All right, we're going to put it back in. Yeah, one of them feels higher. All right, let's do it again. All right, let's feel that now. Nice and parallel. Excellent. Okay, so now let's get some smaller parallels for one. And as I said, the reason why we want it parallel is we have to be able to grab it from the other direction. From this direction. And we want the vise to be able to grip both of them at the same time. Let's see how that's going to work. First we have to get it up on the parallel. Come on. Nice, we got them both. And we're parallel. That side works good. Let's wing it down a little bit. There we go. All right, now put a drill bit in. Okay, in this case, centered is not a huge issue because these pieces are throwaways. So we will come to some kind of center. Something just about in there. There we go. And take it over to the other side.
let's see, right about there. And so we're at 975. So 975 divided by 2 equals 487. Okay. 487. That's halfway. And now we need to go find 2 bolts that we can use. All right, well, typical. These bolts are too short and these bolts are too long. So I think what we can do is go ahead and countersink this so that these bolts are long enough. Yeah, I think so. Okay, so we're going to basically just drill right through this at a 1/4 inch and come up with the way of clamping it. Let's get a measurement to the end. There we go. That's one end. So from there, we're going to travel in. I can't remember how long this is. I think it's 4 inches. It is. So we could come in, and we need to be 3 inches. So we could come in a good 3/8. Okay. So 375. 75. And that's the start. Number 7 drill bit. We're off and rolling. Ah, see, it wasn't holding, but that's okay. We'll take the bit on down. And we'll take this off for the moment. And we'll do a 1/4 tap. Quarter 20. All right. Now pop that out. And bring this back in. And go to a 1/4 inch. And get ourselves somewhat centered up on that. And drill it out. Nice. Okay. Now, we want to countersink our head. And what size is that? It's going to be 490, so let's just go to a 1/2 inch. Okay, point you down a little bit. And I'm thinking that's gonna do it. And let's, well, we'll just figure that out later. Okay, our bolt goes in. We've got a good 3/8 of thread, which is what we want. Gonna put it together. Let me go get a Allen. Tighten everybody up. Pretty good fit, I would say. Nice and snug. That looks good. Okay, so now we come in and put a hole in the other side. Okay, so we're now cutting to length, and we're just kind of eyeballing it up. It's not critical, just that it's not going to be too long. All right, let's go sandwich these babies. Okay, here's the plan. We're going to take this back apart. We're going to get these all parallel with each other on this parallel. And then we're going to sandwich everything back together again. Okay. Take it apart. And I've marked my my sides so that it doesn't go back together in an odd way. Okay, so this is going to go there.
This is going to go here. Okay, we got our pieces of brass in between there. Now what we want to do is get everything to go that way so we can get the bolt in without crimping anything. So we're just going to kind of tap it into place here. And it looks like we're there except for one piece. There it is. Okay, that's a good start there. Now what we want to do is get them all parallel this way. Okay, snug everybody down. And let's see what it all looks like. I'd say it all looks pretty parallel. Let me get the close-up glasses here. Yeah, this side's a little shaky, and I think it's because we've got a burr. So we're going to have to take it back apart and deburr that, which is what I didn't do, was deburr those inside edges. Yep, look at that, ragged. And I think we'll just do it with a file because we want to have a little bit of control. All right, just a little bit of file work. Nice. Okay, we're going to do the same for the other side. Good. Make sure our mark is at the same side. Let's clean that off. Make sure everything here is clean. Bolt back in. Okay, and tap it this way. And we're clear. I thought we were clear. Nope, there's one piece.
Now we're clear. Okay. Bring it down till it's somewhat snug. Back it up a little bit. Let's find out what side I deburred. This side. All right, so now snug it down. Now let's look at it. Yep, it all looks parallel. Can you see it? Yeah, I don't know. It's worth looking at. Okay, so now we tighten her up. In fact, we tighten her up a lot. There we go. And I think we have ourselves a sandwich. At this point, it's morning time, and we're going to go have a little breakfast and tell the customer we're at this stage. And we'll be back. Well, Nick Collier here, and I have got some exciting news. I mean, you know, I built this thing behind me, the pattern torch. I didn't build it, but I, you know, put it together and got all the kinks worked out and figured out. And then I didn't get to I didn't ever light the torch part. And I figured, well, just wait until I have a job that I can light the torch. So yesterday, a job walked in. Well, it walked in on Friday. Yesterday was Sunday. And I have to make 4 of the exact same thing cut out of some 1/8" material. So I'm jumping over onto the pattern torch and having a look at it and seeing if I can get this thing running. Well, it took me all day yesterday to mess around and get, you know, certain lines connected. I mean, the thing was a mess, but it's working. And this is not new technology. This is 1960s technology. In fact, I ran one of these when I was a kid, and I was working in this job shop, and it impressed me at the time. And then, you know, of course, now you've got, you know, computer operated plasma tables, but you know, of course, those are $20,000, and I think the cheapest one is 10 or 12. This was $100. So $100, maybe 8 hours labor, and we're back in business. So I'm going to set it up, we're going to run it, and you get to watch. All right, well, first thing we have to do, unlike the plasma tables where you just put it in a computer and you're done, is first thing we have to do is make sure that our torch is going to cut the right position. So we kind of just move things around a little bit. Get it kind of settled. So it's going around this circle. And that looks pretty good to me. All right. We're there. We're going to bring it into the middle of the hole. We're going to light the fire. Come on. What's going on? There we go. Just took a minute for the gas to get in. Okay, and at this point, we're going to reach over and just heat up one little corner. Set the blow in action. Ready? Go. And it's going to take off. All right, and then we turn it off at this point and go up above, and I'll go ahead and point you up above so you can see it. All the way up. Where is it at? There it is. To the pattern that we're using. And what I basically have to do, because it's an inside circle, is I have to take the follower out. No, I think I can just loosen it. Maybe. Nope, it's got to come all the way up. Bring it on the outside of the circle, put it back in, and come over, bring it back down below. Tighten that sucker up a little bit. Okay, we're going to bring it back down. Bring our torch to the other side of the pattern, because I want to come off of one edge. Set the torch, light it. Come on. Warm up an edge. Start the blow. Well, come on. There it goes. And we're all set. Okay. I'm gonna get our pattern out of the way here. Oh, look at that. Oh, man. This is what I didn't realize. And I'm going to bring you up above because I didn't see this until just now. Where's our arm? Somewhere up there. There it is. Okay, so I've been taking the piece out and put it back in, but the reality of it is if we just come down, here it is right here, it'll go around, and all I have to do is lift up the arm. Well, it looks like it moves, but I think if I tighten it down, it's got a lever to it. In fact, yeah, I gotta tighten it down. Let's do that. Okay, there, now it's tight, it's not going anywhere, and I can just lift it and put this thing outside, or lift it and put this thing inside. Not too bad. Now the one thing I can't do is is cut those holes, but you know, I think we're gonna be okay. Okay, this needs to be tightened too. All right, well, we've got 4 pieces cut. Let's take them over and see how they chip out. All right, well, we're looking at the bottom side of this, and as you can tell, there's a bit of dross, but at the same time, I'm guessing if I get the torch just right, we'll get more like this kind of pattern, or this right over here, where the dross just drops away. But for the moment, let's just spin this over and see how these things punch out. Not too bad. Okay, that one's not going to be easy. That's pretty easy. There we go. All right, we'll bring this over here and drop it in that hole there and see if we can get enough support to knock that out, which we did. Not too bad.